Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And I hope everybody's out there having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are. If you guys have been enjoying the content, if you guys have been enjoying your day, definitely smash that like button and comment down below how you guys are doing. I love to hear from all of you. But I did see this video get posted by Crypto Eddie over on X. There's actually two videos that go along with this. It's this one and this one. Now, initially, what we are talking here is what Ripple is addressing. Payments are now becoming a smaller part now. Information almost became zero cost. Exactly the same thing will happen to money as well. Don't worry about where digital assets are going. Invest in picks and shovels. You can't go wrong with that. Check this out.
As a Ripple, we are an enterprise crypto payment solutions company. Our payments is now becoming a smaller part. Lots of other things are emerging and becoming bigger and bigger. So let's take simply an institution that wants to use crypto for any purpose, either for tokenization, for payments, for custody. We are building solutions to essentially provide that. We are one-stop shop for an institution that wants to delve into cryptos, right? Information almost became zero cost. So you can send millions and millions of email. It really doesn't matter. All you pay is $39.99 per year, per month, or per year, depending upon your subscription fee. Exactly the same thing will happen to money as well. My advice would be, don't worry about where digital assets are going. Invest in picks and shovels. So Levi's, which produce jeans, people who were producing picks and shovels, you can't go wrong with that because the industry will become 50, 100 times bigger and the infrastructure will always win irrespective of which digital asset wins.
And if you guys caught that at the end there, it's going to be 50 to 100 times bigger than where we're at right now. And I could not agree more. Listen, as we really kind of look at where we are at right now, what he's talking about here is investing into picks and shovels. This is the digital gold rush. Do not mess this up. I cannot stress that to you guys more than ever before. I understand that we get impatient. I understand that we want to get rich. Over the course of the next couple months, there will be major opportunities to do so. But over the course of the next couple years, there is an opportunity in front of us to make generational wealth. And I truly mean that. No, that is not me trying to sell you guys the used car. That's not me trying to hype you guys up or anything like that. No, like I said it before. This is the digital gold rush. Invest and tap into the picks that are going to become crucial pieces, crucial tools for this new world of finance, this entire new world around us getting reshapen. This is truly a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I don't mean that to sound cliche or, to keep you guys going on the path. No, I say this because 99% of the general public has no idea what the hell we're even talking about. 99% of the general public don't even know what cross-border payments are. They don't even know what NCashOfficial accounts are. They don't know what 99% of any of the information that we talk about actually means. So think about where we are at right now in this space. But also, here are the three big takeaways from Navin Gupta. Dubai has taken over San Francisco Bay Area, Silicon Valley for crypto and blockchain. The Middle East is 2 to 3 times bigger than the US for remittances, with a global branch coming. Next big use case coming up, custody. Check this out.
Joining me here, we have Navin, who is the Managing Director for the MENA region, Middle East and North Africa for Ripple. How are you?
Very good. Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. The reason Silicon Valley happened, because we had entrepreneurs, we had investments, and we had enabling regulations. And that's the reason Silicon Valley, which is the birthplace of the top 5 firms in the world. Yeah. Exactly the same momentum today we have in the UAE as well. You have enabling regulation with somebody like Vara. The CEO spoke in the morning. You have builders here in the room who are building companies. And then you have investment available with number of sovereign funds and then many VC firms which are here. And this combination is powerful exactly to create a Silicon Valley for the crypto industry.
So you say that Dubai could be the next Silicon Valley? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, 100%. At least for the crypto industry, for blockchain, Dubai currently is and will continue to be the Silicon Valley. Middle East, in fact, as a region, is 2 or 3 times bigger than the largest remittance market in the world, that's United States, right? In fact, I would personally think at some point, we would have global brands from the Middle East in remittance business itself, and it's not too far away.
Okay, so that has been the biggest use case so far for Ripple clients, you would say, remittances, cross-border payments?
So that's been the biggest use case, but the other use case that's coming up is custody.
I'm interrupting this video just to let you guys know that you can get 40% off right now for the next few days. If you go over to DCENTWallet.com, you could save 40% on cold storage devices. We're talking about the single pack. We're talking about the double pack. You could save upwards of $128 right now. So what are you waiting for? Go get your cold storage device and make sure that you are safe this next bull run. Remember, protect yourself, protect your wealth. Now let's get back to the video. So there you guys have it. And again, you know, as we really kind of look at this and as we look at what's happening, Ripple has been at the forefront of all of this. That's also why when we look at the Middle East and we see how Ripple has been taken over in the Middle East, it's a crucial thing to mention. And even the Ripple Swell event being held within the Dubai region, like that's a massive statement that Ripple is making. They are making a statement that, listen, we know that dominance is being usurped outside of the US, and we need to be aware of this, and we need to be at the forefront of this. And Ripple has been at the forefront of innovation, adoption, and these major moves that need to be made in order for Ripple to achieve that $1 trillion company status, but also to have that dominance over these major markets like the cross-border payment market, for example, and even custody services, which have been projected to be $10 trillion by 2030. But also, talking about custody services, I recently included this quote in a video. This is actually from Adrian Trisani, who is the founder and CEO at Medico. Custody is the enabler. Custody is the necessary brick so that as a regulated institution, you can build on top of it and create a service that your clients will appreciate. The reason why I'm bringing this quote back up is because now that we are starting to see the next big use case coming up being custody, now we can start to see these major institutions building the blocks and really kind of expanding beyond custody services, beyond tokenization, beyond payments, and start creating these diverse and very, very valuable use cases within the ecosystem. I'm very excited about this. And you know what's crazy is that we recently just seen from Medico announce this this webinar. This is going to be happening on November 30th. Join us for the next Medico webinar in partnership with Allegro Law, a leading Swiss law firm specialized in digital asset and crypto regulations. We will deep dive into the opportunities and challenges of offering staking services. So it seems as though Medico is probably going to be expanding into real yield generation opportunities. And I do wonder what that's going to look like, because again, we are starting to see a lot of expansions happening from the domino effect partnerships like Medico, for example, with Ripple. But again, you know, we're going to start to see a lot more expansions happening beyond just the typical use cases that we're so used to seeing within the space, and that's going to generate a lot more opportunity for the space to grow. And I really do look forward to the days where the institutions are also tapping in to retail liquidity pools and even, you know, services around staking and things like that, because I do think that, you know, we could very well earn passive income by lending our crypto, by offering our crypto. And I think that that is going to be a massive, massive opportunity for the retail sector as well. But also, talking about other major use cases, what about derivatives, right? So I've been seeing a lot of individuals from the community quoting this post by ISO 282, let's do it, because we are talking about derivatives. We do see here from RizXRP, ISDA, and Ripple partnership. Remember, XRP to enter the $1.2 quadrillion derivatives market. Massive one with, of course, the ISDA. This was a big one. This is a big step in the right direction because we are going to start to see everything of value, including, of course, derivatives being tapped in with blockchain and DLT. And it seems as though Ripple is at the forefront of that one as well. And we actually see over here, Cowboy Crypto. We just recently included this in a video as well. Raul Advani, who is the policy director at Ripple, is ex-assistant director at, of course, the ISDA. The ISDA has 3 listed board members that are ex-president and CEO for Citigroup Global Markets Japan, ex-Barclays chief executive of corporate and investment banking, ex-Deutsche Bank managing director, and ex-Goldman Sachs as well. And here you guys have the background behind Raul Advani. But then also over here, you have some of the individuals from the ISDA and their backgrounds. I mean, listen, these are very, very significant names outside, of course, of the ISDA. They have substantial backgrounds. And again, it just shows you how big the ISDA actually is. And then, of course, just recently, Rahul Advani was at the APAC Policy Digest with, of course, Ripple there and Medico. And a lot of the players that were there were, for an example, the Reserve Bank of Australia, also the Bank of Korea, also the Financial Services Commission of Korea, and then also the Financial Supervisory Service, and then even the Monetary Authority of Singapore, and of course, the Bank for International Settlements, the central bank of central banks, which it's kind of crazy to see how well connected Ripple actually is, which I did include this in a recent video as well, but I bring it back up because you know, you need to keep a close eye out on a lot of these players from Ripple because they are very significant players, and they have connections to some of the largest players out there within the financial system, like, for example, the BIS and a lot of these other players that are mentioned here. But also, finally getting down to the actual video from ISO 20022, let's do it. Check this out. If you really want to make money in blockchain, then you should be looking at derivatives. Check this video out.
If you're interested in blockchain and you want to make money, forget about sending money back to your uncle in France. This is where you should be thinking. This is the size of the entire economy of the world right here, GDP. This is the notional principle of all derivatives, okay? These are all forwards, futures, and options, and these are all derivatives except interest rate swaps. This right here, interest rate swaps. Biggest universe that most of you have never heard of. Millions of lawyers, millions of traders, millions of accounts, all that can be put on the blockchain, okay? And all this clearing system and settlement system, which we took, you know, Dodd-Frank is like this thick, this much of it has to do with clearing and settling of swaps. Okay, it's a nightmare, it's a mess, and we can take this whole system and simplify it with distributed ledgers. Okay, I want to talk.
Guys, I just want to take a second to pause because I don't think that people realize how big of a damn opportunity this is. Talking about hundreds of trillions to quadrillions of dollars, and Ripple has been heavily tapped in already. Stop talking about peanuts, right? We're not talking about $1 XRP. We're not talking about $2 XRP. A lot of people will call us crazy for calling for a $100+ XRP. The problem is, it's just the time, right? Because there's no doubt in my mind that XRP will hit significant numbers like $100 plus. But it's going to take a lot of time to get there. But this is where real generational wealth is created. And it is really kind of starting with the real juiciness, derivatives. We've been talking about it. We've been addressing it for a long time. We do see over here from Chad Steingraber had to load a little bit, but we do see Ripple and Ripple Payments on-demand liquidity was always just a starting cover point. The target market is the quadrillion-dollar derivatives market. XRP will settle that market 24/7. It literally doesn't need to do anything else. And again, you know, will XRP be the only one that settles that market? It's questionable, but it seems as though Ripple as a company is actually at the forefront of this. I think that, you know, even Algorand, I think Algorand has a little bit of a partnership with the ISD as well. They are another player that have been really kind of tapped in. It's very exciting. And listen, like, this is the only market that it really needs. I mean, outside of derivatives, I mean, really anything that you can mention is kind of droplets of water in the bucket. But even tokenization, right? Like, everything will be tokenized. We know that as well. And even here, you have an image from that video. Like, he's talking about, you know, DLTs. Like, look at this. This is pretty much everything. Everything. It'll all transact in the cloud at speeds unimaginable today for virtually free. Value will move at the speed of light globally, 24/7. And again, right? I've said it 100 times. The second that we put a facelift on the clearing and settlement layer, we are now transported into the future around payments and transactional technology. It's a big deal. It's a very, very big deal. And I just want to wrap up this video with this video actually from XRP Drops. Remember the words spoken by the largest asset management company out there, the largest player that owns practically everything. And remember what he said loud and clear. The next generation of markets will be tokenization of securities to ETFs, things like that. Shout out to XRP Drops for this. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be the changing the whole way we invest. ETF is a type of pooled investment security. Check this out.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, well, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
And there you guys have it. And again, you know, like, listen. Do not mess this up. I'm kind of quoting Raw Paul at this point, but it really is the truth. Like, you cannot afford to miss this. You seriously can't. And as we look at a lot of these assets, XRP gets laughed at all the time. I'm sure that there's going to be a comment on this video. You guys can scroll down and read them. There's going to be that one person that says, XRP can't even break over $1. XRP can't even do this. XRP can't even do that. But remember that XRP has been pioneered. It has been networked. It has been mentioned. It's been advertised. It's been promoted to all of these massive names behind these huge markets. Things take time. Rome wasn't built in a day. And what we are seeing is the foundation being laid out for us. It all starts with custody. Outside of custody, guess what? Now you start to see tokenization. Now you start to see clearing and settlement layers being created. And then all at once, we start to see mass adoption of this technology. You cannot afford to mess this up. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the video Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Peace out.